That's some good coffee right there. That is some good coffee. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Football Morning News Show. What time is it? It's 11:07 on this fine Thursday morning. Not much news, but we're going to talk more about the Premier League and the other matches that were on yesterday as well as Tuesday. I was very impressed by some of the performances by some of the teams at the lower end of the table, so we'll take a look at them. As well as talking about Martin Odergaard. I'm going to start with that story actually. Martin Odergaard has signed for Arsenal. He signed from Real Madrid on loan. That's a good sign for them because Mesut Ozil obviously has gone to Fenerbahce and he's gone for good. So Odegaard's a good replacement. Yeah, I always remember him as the kid, the wonder kid, 15-year-old wonder kid who Real Madrid signed. He was going to be the next Messi or some shit. But that hasn't materialised. But he's still a very technically gifted player. I think I've watched him play once or twice in La Liga. I don't watch much La Liga, but I've watched him play once or twice and he has a lot of talent. So hopefully he can get close to fulfilling his initial potential, which was a bit outrageous for a 15-year-old player. And Arsenal is a good move for him because they need someone like him in the team. They don't really have a creative player that can pick out the killer pass. Emil Smith-Rowe is very good at doing that, but he's very young still. Martin Odegaard is young as well, but obviously he has years of experience at the top level. So yeah, good sign for Arsenal definitely, and I'm looking forward to seeing him play. We move on, and this is the game I'm looking forward to talking about in this video, because what was that for Man United last night? Sheffield United beat them 2-1, a team that had 5 points in the table before coming to Old Trafford. And they came and they won 2-1 and they scored 2 goals. I think they were the worst team in Premier League history going off points going into that 20th game of the Premier League season. So, yeah, very odd to be honest, because Man United were top of the league. They were top of the league going into this game. Yesterday they just looked so lethargic, so pedestrian. No real intensity or intent to what they were doing. Just sort of spraying the ball around and no creative spark, which was very interesting because Bruno Fernandes didn't show up. We're so used to seeing him showing up in this game and they had no ideas, no creative spark. And obviously when you're playing against Sheffield United, you're a bit confined to the wings because you have to match up to them because they play 5 at the back and it's very hard to break down. It's very hard to break down a low block in any circumstance. We saw it yesterday with Chelsea, so understand it from that point of view. But to concede 2 goals to Sheffield United, a team that hasn't scored many goals whatsoever, poor defensively from United as well. Sheffield United fully deserved to win that game, and Man United moved second in the table. I said before I wasn't very convinced of their title charge. I didn't feel it was a title winning team, but I think they should be safe for top 4 and I still stand by that. There could be a blip coming and that's what I'd be worried about if I was a United fan. United second, so 40 points. City have a game in hand. They moved first in the league table on Tuesday. Fantastic performance, I have to say, but West Brom were shocking. Awful from West Brom. I watched the highlights on Match of the Day. I have to say, I almost feel sorry for Big Sam because in the past he's gone to relegation clubs and he's kept them up. This team, this West Brom squad he has, is so void of any creativity or any quality really in the final third, as well as defensively. At one point I seen one of their players hoof the ball up in the air to no avail. It wasn't even a clearance or anything, just hoofed it up in the air, and it was almost worse than watching Ireland. And I feel sorry for any West Brom fans because I think Slaven Bilic was playing a better brand of football with West Brom. It just wasn't really suited to the Premier League with the quality they had, and he ended up getting the sack. And they brought in Big Sam. I think he's leaked something like 22 goals already since he's come in, so I don't think this is going to work out. I think West Brom are going to go down this season and Big Sam's going to fail to do the job he's so good at, keeping teams up. But as for Man City, I thought they were fantastic. When you're looking at City, you almost get jealous because their system is so defined and they have an idea of what they're doing at all times and they look so secure in what they're doing. Yeah, good performance again. And then we move. I was going to talk about Burnley because Burnley played fantastic yesterday. I was watching the highlights again. It was an inspirational comeback, to be honest. And Sean Dyche looks to be doing the business again, keeping Burnley up. He does it every year. It's time people put respect on Sean Dyche's name. I said it at the start of the season when I was doing every team in the Premier League's best transfer. I said Sean Dyche is Burnley's best transfer. They brought in a few players and I said Sean Dyche. They tied him down to a new contract. He's their best transfer because he keeps them up every year without fail. And he's fantastic at doing it. So great performance for Burnley. And then the final game I'm going to talk about is the Chelsea game. Chelsea Wolves. Tuchel's first game in charge. Now, I thought it was a very good performance. I said before, I don't have any agendas. Once the manager moves on, you move on to the next manager. And this manager looks like he will bring us to new heights. And he said it in his press conference. He said, I'm going to make Chelsea a team that other teams are afraid to play. And that, to me, making a promise like that screams to me quality manager. Obviously the first 24 hours are always a bit rocky. If he's picking a lineup, as he said, it's very unfair, and I like that comment. He's saying this is the most unfair lineup I'll ever pick because I haven't seen any of the players train. So that tells me he picks a team on meritocracy, which is something I like to hear as a fan, because you want to see the best players play. We looked a lot more secure at the back, a lot more organised. They were playing for the point, so it was very hard to create anything through the lines. But otherwise, I think that was a very good performance. I think Callum Hudson-Odoi, brilliant attitude. Going forward he was good, and also I seen him get back right at the end to stop the Wolves counter-attack. That's always something I like to see. I like to see that fighting spirit and that pride in the badge to get back for the team. Yeah, good game for Tuchel, good first game, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching the video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a like, please subscribe, that would mean a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, everyone, and peace.